Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft, but I add a new mod every single video. At least one mod. I might add multiple. I might have added like 10 mods this time. I mean I did, and they're mostly pretty similar, so they won't change too much. They were structure mods, a lot of the Young's mods that overhaul. I'll fill you in on what I've done so far. A lot of it is a little, placeholder kind of thing. Like these bridges is more just making sure I don't fall instead of just like actually having a nice looking bridge. I'll give you another update though. I have actually finished my house right over here. Still isn't. I thought I fixed that. Hang on. Still isn't like any bigger. Like it's the same size. Well, what's this? It's episode 7 now, and I'm still living in a 3x3 square. That's for some reason, really tall. A 3x3x5 cube. Maybe it's time to move out. I've also got this ladder here. I just kept from when I was building the roof. So, I've decided to make a little bit of a plot. Hang on, let me just skip the night. Right over here, I have built what will soon become an actual abode. I've got little thing here, little step up. This will be like a little gazebo. These will be the doors, maybe a couple of windows there. Nice big hallway over here. I thought it'd be interesting to have like a nestled back door like this. They're just like straight out the back. Here we've got the main room. Over here will be the little balcony. Maybe double floor, one at the bottom, one at the top. Don't know about the second floor just yet. Haven't planned any stairs, but talking about stairs, I am building a tower right here. A nice big tower. Maybe just like an extra floor onto the house. Extra floor above where it is. Or it'll be right over here. It's a nice little semicircle. Not much here, maybe some glass panes, maybe interesting materials with one of the mods. There's quite a lot of different woods that have been added. I'm thinking here might be like a little different of a material starting from here to here to kind of give like an extension vibe, like it wasn't originally in the house with like cobblestone on the lower ends, maybe a little bit lower here. I'd lowered that down a little. That would be interesting. You're probably wondering how the new mod that I've added will play into this. I've also laughed out and added these very rudimentary lampposts, by the way. You're probably wondering how the new mod will play into this. Well, I've added quite a few exploration mods, biomes, structure overhauls as well. And I think a loot chest mod, which don't change too much, but still. I can go out into the world, find, maybe bring back here, and just kind of use for the materials for this new house. And, maybe you don't want to watch me look for a structure that I don't know. Sorry, I just had a drink. I can't think with the fucking music. Hang on. I'll put it on 20 so you guys might hear it. So yeah, my plan is go out. You're probably not wanting to go see me look ages for any sort of new structure. There's actually already one been found. Yep. Right over that hill. There's a little valley there. A little crook. Is that the right word? And over there will be the villager tower. I'm gonna go over there. Already found some sets of armor. Just kind of naturally in the world. I can't even remember how I found it. I mean, I don't even have a sword. Time to dig, maybe? I've also found a little bit of a large cavern over here that I haven't dug into yet. That's new. Leftovers. Gradually restores the holder's HP throughout battle. Interesting. So, here? Or is this like a cobblemon thing? Left? Oh my god. Okay. Left. Lef. Okay. Yeah, cobblemon. That might just be like a... That might just be for the animals, the Pokemon. Or the cobblemon, I should say. Copyright. Unrelated. I don't want to get nuked by Nintendo. There's a lot of Nintendo going on in the world right now, and I don't want to add to it, you know. Fucking bastards. I have no idea why, but they changed the fucking controls. I've not been bothered to change them back. Shift is like crouch now. I mean, it's probably been like that for a very long time. Yeah, I think I said something about this day-night cycle a while back. It just seemed to go by real quick. I should stop drinking smoothies right before I start recording. Because to be honest, it is quite difficult to speak through. Clefairy, I think. There it is, right on the horizon. You can see the little huts. I don't think you can see any villagers yet. Clean my throat. Seems I've tripped their alarm. Oh, I've been ambushed. Make it seem empty and then I'll show up. I took down one. Still coming after me. Darn it. There's not a chest at the top, isn't there? Like, it isn't a bad idea to, like, just head in. Go straight to the top. Here you go. Dark log, potatoes, and a link cable. Oh, there's no fuck ton. I'm starting to make villager noises myself. It's like Squidward. Hey guys, I'm back. Forgot I was recording. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go kill us, man. Ow! Ow! Wow! Potatoes. Can you make baked potatoes for more? Okay. I know I said I was gonna go pretty far and get some loot from distant lands to, you know, build up my house, but currently it seems that I'm a little underprepared. In a lot of ways, I'm thinking about going a little bit further down into the mines, looking for some more stuff, and, you know, making better tools from it. Maybe diamonds. Is cobblestone a thing? Like in real life? Is that like a thing? Alright, that was the last torch. I got half a stack of iron. Pretty good. So I think I'll make a helmet and boots to go with my chestplate and leggings. The fuck was that? What the hell was that? Do you guys hear that? Was that in the game? Alright. I mean, I don't know. No idea what that sound was, but... If it sounded like that, I was half expecting the tunnel to have collapsed while I was in there. And the reason why I wanted more stuff like that, more materials, was I saw a large forest in the distance for, with very large trees. I was wondering if the wood from that might be interesting to incorporate. There it is in the distance. This is a... Oh, let me correct. Florist stem. Florist planks. Slab. Interesting. Not quite wood, I guess, because you can't knock it down while crouching. They're just really large flowers. What do the leaves drop? White allium petal block. So they're giant alliums. Well, that'll be an interesting color to incorporate, although it might be better as like an accent block, you know. An accent block in an already green part of the house. Actually fits in. Let's check out this biome over here. These are a little bit more tree-like trees. Oh, look how long it's taking when I start crouching. It's gonna cut down the whole thing. It's gonna fill my whole inventory, in fact. I'm really curious as to what's like, walking by near me. Oh, because my whole axe. Redwood wood. The fairy. That got me. Wow. Now the sun's going down already. I think I'm going to change the game mode just because it's the days going by so fast. Alright, I'm editing the world to make cheats available. It's already been made without cheats. There seems to be another biome over there, in fact. And there's another little edge cut off of the mountain. These are interesting looking. Allium shrubland. Ebony. Interesting. Fuck. You know, that might be an indicator that it's about time to head back. Just look at that, like, cleaved mountain. There's a spire there as well. Alright, here we are. And I came back to slip through the night. And by the time I get here, it's already daytime. Wow. Well, I could empty my inventory, I guess. Alright, let's see my haul. Okay, so I've got 2 silver maple saplings that I can put down, I guess, right over here. That'll be interesting. I don't know if I want to put down the redwood saplings based off of how big they were. Maybe if I put one over here. Although I don't know if, like, you have to put them a certain way for a full one like that to grow. I could make an entire redwood forest. Alright, that'll kind of cover the whole countryside, I guess. Ebony. Ebenezer Scrooge. These are the darker, almost black looking. I didn't pick up any saplings of maple though, which is annoying. Oh, here's something interesting. It seems a lake has formed. It seems the world gen is still messed up a little based off of the 3 biome mods I downloaded a while back. Also got shelf fungi. I don't know if the JEI has the crafting recipes possible with the items that you have. That might have been a different one I'm remembering. Do you guys notice that? Textures turned a little. Very Haunted Mansion-esque planks. There's a lot of variants you can get in these planks. I think it's time I try and plant some of my stuff. Alright. I'm thinking, let's make the tower out of maple. That little bit of damp. You know, I'm not the best of builders out there, to be completely honest. I'll see what the door looks like. Kind of dark. Big X. If it wasn't a ring door handle, I'd think about putting it on the front door. I'm not gonna do this. this spiral staircase. Right, let's make some slabs. That might be good platforms for going around the corners. Let's knock this out of the way. I can maybe put that there. How does that look? Strange, to be honest. That's a little better. Well, it might be better to have this just like a regular platform. One thing's good at least about all this extra wood. I'm gonna have a lot more charcoal. Wood like this should maybe have a nice blue roof, but that's more colors to think about. Look at that. My farm is growing. I'll check out how the fences are and see if that's a good enough look. It's alright. Alright, let's see how this looks outside. It looks fine without a roof. It might look a little different with the fencing around it. I'm still gonna have to see about that. It looks a little better, but I was thinking it'd look... Yeah, maybe if I put them down here as well, it'll look a little better. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay, let's see how that looks. It looks nicer. Getting somewhere, although I'm gonna need some kind of dye for stained pane glass. Do you think there's a more dyes mod? Maybe. Dye people. This is basically different variants of the same colors, I think. Maybe it's possible to use a different kind of fence for the surroundings. Ebony fences, let's try this. I mean, yeah. Alright. Okay. Let's do this. You know, just because I'm lazy, I think I'm only going to do it for the first layer. And then I'll just leave the second layer up there, the same material, maple, as the surroundings. There you go. I think it'll only feel complete when the roof is in. Let's do some kind of terraforming here. Just to make this a little deeper. Because what I wanted to do was have this cobblestone, this side bit, that's just kind of like visible under there. Or maybe deep slate. I mean, I might as well. I think I have some over here. Although I'm not sure if I might have enough. 8 cobble deep slate, 64. And that kind of makes it seem that the supports are a little deeper, you know? Like it's a well-made house. I think I saw portcullises in there as well, in the crafting thing. Either that or while I was in my test world. I have a test world to make sure all the mods are working before I head straight in. Let's try and make a composter. I don't know what that does. Portcullis. Here we are. Wooden portcullis. Iron ingots and a fence. Pretty iron heavy either way. An iron ingot per portcullis. You know what? Let's make the top floor fucking cobbled deep slate. Can you make cobbled deep slate slabs? Is that a thing? Yes. Okay. Alright. Let's put some of my stuff away. Because I think it's time to go on a hunt. A hunt for a good coloured wood for the roof of that building. It's that building right there. I haven't went too far this way. I've always gone that way and that way. I changed the difficulty to peaceful, by the way, just to make sure I had the ability to actually travel without running into too much. What is this over here? Is this just another nether portal? Yeah. I don't know if I've been to this one before. There's a gold block up there. 1 iron ingot's worth of iron nuggets and 3 flint. This is a pasture. Please drop them. No. There's some. There's 1. I thought this was a reindeer. But it's a Pokemon. But the Pokemon is just still is just a reindeer. Dune beak. Arrakis. What's that in the distance? Stonehenge? Kind of looks like a set of stone spines in the distance. Let's go check it out. Oh, there's this thing which is Pokemon. I guess this might be a rare Pokemon, maybe? I don't know. I don't know why else there'd be a dedicated structure for it. Maybe time to cross back across the ocean. Guide as Minecraft sends his regard. Big ol' ravine. Look, half of it's underwater. It's like blocked off by this little dam here. You know, I've downloaded 3 different biome mods, as I said, and to be honest, the world gen glitches might be a problem for someone else, but to be honest, I'm fine with them. They just kind of make the world more interesting. So apparently I can open the world to LAN. And allow commands this way. The reason why is because I'm actually running out of time a little. And I'm gonna be playing with my friends soon, and I want to have a little break. But at the same time, I don't want to leave this one tower unfinished. I'm going to, in creative mode, kind of spawn in supplies I can use to kind of build this. Nothing too broken. And decline, so I'll be over when I leave. Centennial trophy. Looking for a nice blue like this. Really. Yeah, it's like a little face. I want to make like a little viewpoint from here. I want to go in gradually at first and just kind of pull up. And I heard this thing. Lightning rods, which is a thing that was added. Is kind of let's take out the actually umbran. I'll just do the umbran fences. What's this guy do? What are you doing? All the way on top of this tree. You know, I think on a normal sized tree this would be, you know, pretty normal, but this is you know what, I'm not against the lightning rod, because what it actually does is, you know, it's a lightning rod. Pulls the lightning strikes towards it. That might be pretty cool to, you know, see it be struck by lightning like that. Although the material itself beneath it is made of wood, so I'm not too sure if that's safe, but I'll leave that. Alright, stained panes. The light grey is the same shade as the inventory. I think it's so invisible. Wow. Okay. Let's go dark grey, actually. I don't want to do dark, or sorry, black, because that might be too dark, but regular grey is seemingly fine, I think. Let's make this yellow. Let's put a lamp down. A lantern. Is there chains? I think. Yeah. Look at that. It's the same kind of chain as well. There's light coming from there now. You know what, I'll turn down the brightness to regular settings to kind of show what it should be like. See that? That's a fair thing, although that light is coming through there, so maybe black pens would be a little better for that case. I'll use maybe some, if I could get past, some trapdoors to block in the light without blocking the way in. Look at that difference though. That's the maple trapdoor from a different mob compared to this one. I'm looking for a solid one that doesn't let light through. I'm thinking this one maybe. What I could do though is put a spire down the middle. Yeah, but it still lets a little bit light through those holes there. Well, that's about as dark as I can get the bottom to get. Let's grab maybe something like that, though the color's a little bit off. And we need a floor as well at the bottom. Good old grey concrete. We put that there. Heal this. Put that there. And now you have like a little thing at the side here. Of course, with this big room and that entrance to that tower kind of there, I'll probably have to like hide it a little better. Maybe put in a closet. You know, while I was building this tower, I kind of forgot I was a part of the house. Full on Wizard's Tower. I won't put anything else that'll actually help me with my survival, but what I will put is just one thing. Only one thing that'll help with my survival. That is more wood saplings around. What I want is a good set of colours. I'll plant these because I don't want to go too far looking for saplings. So I'll just plant these right on top of this hill. And with that, I think that's, to be honest, all that I have time for. With the first part of my mega mansion, it's gonna be a very tall house. Tall and skinny. And that I look at it from above. More isometric. But I can always change that. Of course, you know, Minecraft world, not a Minecraft house I'm building. I could always build other houses to fill up the area a little more. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. This one might be a little short because most of the time I was recording, I was in bed forgetting that I had been recording. Anyway, leave a like, subscribe, please. See ya.